Good morning, brew tubers. Time for another brew day. Today I'm going to be doing your good old-fashioned American hoppy rye beer. I'm going to be kind of in the amber to red territory. There's my rye berries there. 3 pounds of them in this batch, so a good chunk of the malt bill, about I think 25% of the total malt bill. And doing it with ESB Malt and some specialty grains, and it is going to be hoppy. Doing your typical C hop, Amarillo, Citra, hoping to get it nice and dank. So, let's get cracking. Alright, I got my strike water in the mash tun. And it's a bit hot. I always pour hotter than my strike temp and then let it cool down, but in this case I overshot by about 10 degrees, so I'm just going to let it sit here for a few minutes and let it cool down. I'm supposed to be at 163, I believe, and I'm at 172, so too hot. Okay, we're at temp now. Time to dough in. Looking for 152, and we're a little high, but always tends to cool down after a few minutes of sitting. We're at about 155 there, but I'm cool with it. Here's my kettle hops for today. This is the bittering edition, which is just half an ounce of Columbus. It's not a very heavy bittering edition. And then in the hop bags, because we have so many hops and it's going to absorb a lot of work, this is the 10-minute edition, 2 ounces of Cascade. And this is the Flame Out edition, which is 2 ounces of Amarillo and 2 ounces of Cascade. So that's a lot. And then how I remember which is I just tie 1 knot in the 10-minute and 2 knots in the Flame Out. First runnings coming out nicely. Color looks good. A little bit of reddish tint to it. And running freely, which is always the worry with rye, is a stuck sparge. Recirculating those first runnings. I usually recirculate about 2.5 gallons before I start letting it go. Second runnings going into the kettle. A little bit lighter, should lighten up the color a bit. Alright, here goes the bittering edition. It's just half an ounce of Columbus. Okay, 10 minutes left in the boil, and here goes 2 ounces of Cascade. Also going to be using a Whirlflock tablet today. So this is like a product made from Irish moss. Helps precipitate your cold break. And there she goes. Alright, we're at Flame Out and we're chilling. And now I'm going to add the last addition of hops here, which is 2 ounces each, Cascade and Amarillo. And I'm going to let that steep for a while. I'm actually going to shut my chillers off at about 170, let it sit about 10 minutes, and then start it back up again. And try and really capture a lot of that flavor and aroma from these. And into the fermenter. Going to go with a clean pitch of the always reliable US 05 today. Cheers!